Bashers. Wow, am I in slow motion? That was so weird. What's going on there? YouTube. What's going on, YouTube? Hey, everybody, it's Dirk. It is Thursday, February 20th at 5:04. A couple of minutes late because I was cutting up my my little sniffy sniffs that I'm going to be doing for some fragrances we'll talk about. And is this jumping around on you? Or is it just my computer? It's weird. Anyway, I changed the thumbnail from Thor because doing some research into Thursday, I discovered that Thursday is based on Thor, something I didn't realize. Thor's Day. And it turns out there was a cat with a big old hammer and some goats and a chariot and all that stuff. And it was fun to have that up there. But then the news broke this morning. And since we've talked about this so many times, I figured I haven't seen, there's nobody on YouTube talking about it yet. So maybe it's 5 o'clock and I'm a little late to the game. But here it is, 007 news. Amazon MGM Studios announced new joint venture with Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli. Holy crap, exactly what I said happened. And I was really joking. In a way. I was like, oh, they don't capitalize on the Bondoverse. And now I'm like, oh, God, why did I even say that? I'm sure Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson were watching The Bashers, and they were like, that's a great idea. Why don't we turn over everything to Amazon? Well, here's the statement. I'll paraphrase it, or whatever, read some of it. Amazon MGM Studios, because Amazon acquired MGM, the classic movie musical studio from the 40s and 50s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And, you know, that's just been kind of like a name, and their studio's long gone. But Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli today announced that they have formed a new joint venture to house the James Bond intellectual property rights, and those parties will remain co-owners of the franchise. But under the terms of this new venture, Amazon MGM Studios will gain creative control of the James Bond franchise following closing of the transaction. So what does that mean exactly? We've been talking about this so much in the last couple of days. It essentially means that all those things that we talked about with Barbara and Mike is that they're super protective of the Bond brand that started with their father, Harry M. Saltzman, and their father, Cubby Broccoli. And he passed on the legacy to those two. And they've been great stewards of the brand. They've just put movies out every couple of years and made sure that it, defined the books, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But now, after months of speculation, where's the new Bond? Why isn't there a script? Why isn't there anything? Barbara Broccoli has gone on record saying that she thought Amazon was a very, very, very bad fit for the James Bond franchise. She says they are not good partners. Now, it was obviously MGM was their partner. Originally, it was United Artists. And unfortunately, what seems to have happened is she just threw in the towel. She probably just got sick of it. Now, they owned 100% of the creative control. MGM couldn't make another James Bond movie. Amazon couldn't make a James Bond movie without them. And that was the only distribution house that they had available to them. So probably after the last 18 months of infighting, they have decided to just throw it out the window. I guess cash in, I would imagine, since they bought MGM Studios for $8.4 billion, that we're probably going to see a Pussy Galore. We're probably going to see a Goldfinger movie. We're going to see a Dr. No movie, a Drago. We're going to see all of these things are going to have an M movie, a Moneypenny, a Q movie, because studios like Amazon can't help themselves. It's like when Disney bought Star Wars. It's, every single freakazoid in the bar scene in Star Wars is getting their own show now. Every single thing that they could find in the canon is being made into its own movie, and it's kind of diluted the brand. I personally used to love Star Wars. Now I couldn't give a shit because it's so boring to me. Ugh. So I'm sorry I ever said that. I'm really, really, really sorry I said that because it looks really ugly to me. Let's see what else they have to say. It's not fun. Since its theatrical introduction 60 years ago, James Bond has been one of the most iconic characters in filmed entertainment. The head of Prime Video and Amazon Studios said, Mike Hopkins, we are grateful to the late Albert R. Broccoli and Harry Saltzman for bringing James Bond to movie theaters around the world, blah, 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 blah. With the 007 career spanning nearly 60 incredible years, I am stepping back from producing James Bond films to focus on art and charitable projects. This is Mike Wilson. Therefore, Barbara and I agree it is time for our trusted partner, those are choice words, because they've never said that before. She is on record saying that she didn't trust them. She didn't like them. They're not good partners. Amazon MGM Studios to lead James Bond into the future. What does that mean? That's going to mean 1 million spinoffs. My life has been dedicated to maintaining and building upon the extraordinary legacy that was handed to Michael and me by our father, producer Cubby Broccoli. I've had the honor of working closely with 4 of the tremendous, talented actors who have played 007 and thousands of wonderful artists within the industry. With the conclusion of No Time to Die and Michael retiring from films, I feel it is time to focus on my other projects. What other projects does Barbara Broccoli have? Shopping? Come on. I think it's kind of sad. This is the story. In 2022, Amazon acquired MGM, including a vast catalog with more than 4,000 films, 17,000 TV shows. Since the MGM acquisition, Amazon has held the rights to distribute all of the James Bond films, and as a result of this transaction, will have creative control over future productions. Oh, boo. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, Andy M says Guy Ritchie doing Bond films could be interesting. Well, I mean, the funny thing is a couple of years ago, and I've said this on the show already, that Quentin Tarantino really wanted to do one, and they were interested because he wanted to set it in the 60s and he wanted to bring it back, and they just got too worried with his penchant for violence, very violent contact, etc., etc., etc. So that's probably, I mean, it's just, listen, it's just going to be, there's going to be 4 or 5 Bond projects a year. It's what's going to happen because it's Amazon. So I switched the thumbnail to show James Bond, Is It Over? And there's a big Amazon box on the roulette table. Because once you get the big suits in the room, now one of the big problems that Barbara Broccoli had with the Amazon thing was they were in a room to discuss the future of Bond, casting, movies. Now this is with them distributing and with Barbara and Michael having complete 100% creative control. One of the employees, one of the suits in the room said, they called James Bond content, and she took an affront to that. She said, James Bond is an icon. It's not content. It's not the Real Housewives. It's James Bond. And then they said, well, we don't really see James Bond as a hero. So that probably made her fume like crazy and walk out the door. Amazon is a company that sells stuff online. We all shop there and all that kind of junk. And then they ventured into movie studios and all kinds of other things. It's like, Apple was never supposed to make music as per their agreement with the Beatles, because Beatles owned the trademark for Apple Corps. And the remaining Beatles sued Steve Jobs at the time when they launched Apple Music or the iTunes Store. And it doesn't really matter. If you've got the money, you can just take the over. And that's exactly what happens. Very, 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 very sad. Anyway, that's my story. Anyway, let's see who's in the room. Prush Stuttgart got in there at number 1. He's now officially ready for this, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. Prush Stuttgart is now the guy with the most bashers of the day. I counted them because he got 2 in a row, yesterday and today. That's insanity. So I made him a brand new tune. I did Who Will I Turn To If You Turn Away? The incomparable Anthony Newley, who wrote so many amazing songs. And his version's the best one, even though he goes, enjoying some coffee, and I have some of the Drew B Twisted version 9 espresso in the bag. So for the following reason, I'm going to have to sniff the living crap out of this because I'm going to sample some of the incredible Jocelyn Bittenbender fragrances that she sent me. And she sent me a lot of samples in that big box that I opened up last night, which was great. I'm going to go over briefly. You guys all know I'm not a big collector of fragrance. I'm very snooty when it comes to what I like, and I like what I like, and I wear what I like, and it's not a lot. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6, 2 of which I wear all the time. And the 6 that I wear all the time are the following. I did a pretty good number on this bottle, huh? This is the original that I got from Jocelyn yesterday, the original version of M7. Obviously, this is going to be on my playlist big time because it's much more of a winter fragrance because it's dark, oody, smoky. We'll go over the notes, all that stuff, and Habit Rouge. These are my main fragrances that I love. Now, this is, I've pimped this on the show a million times. I need a new bottle. It's pretty low, pretty low. This is 4711. This has been around for a zillion years. This is a very citrusy summer fresh fragrance. I wear this all summer long. And I did once make the big mistake of spending, you can't see this because it's blue. Shit. Does that work better? Yeah, it does. Okay. So this is Tom Ford Neroli Portofino, and this is empty. I destroyed it. This was like $300, and I bought this like 4 years ago. And after I walked away from the counter, I just went, oh God, what did I do? Why did I buy this? And it's very, very nice. I mean, it smells great. It smells like summer in Italy. It sure friggin' does. But you know what? It smells exactly like this. This is just waterier. This is just a much, much lighter version of this. And they don't make it in different concentrations. It's an eau de cologne. That's all they do, 4711. So we'll go over all that stuff in a minute. I thought you might get a kick. Well, I'll get into that when we get into the fragrance things. Let's say hi to the Bashers. Let's talk about stuff. Then I'll get into it. We'll do some sniffy sniffs. I made some of these nice things. Some nice little things so I can test all that, to sniff the coffee. We'll go through some fragrances. You guys will tell me the fragrances you like. Maybe we'll have a look, see what's going on. Anyway, Bruce Stuttgart, congratulations. You are the Basher of the Day. And now you have the most Bashers of the Day of anyone of all time. You beat out Dave and Dave Fahrenheit 451 and Dean. And that's crazy that you did. Holy crap. Came in like a sneaky sneak. They called him Scotty Love. Yo, what's up? What's up, Scotty Love? Vasilios P is in the room. Good day to all. Dave Fahrenheit 451. You have to get back in the saddle again. Back in the saddle again. Aerosmith is not a band I ever cared about. Shoot me. Fight me. I don't care. I think they're great. I think Steven Tyler's great. But it's never been a band I've loved. I like a couple of their songs. I honestly think I have 2 of their zillion albums on vinyl from back in the day. I think I have Live Bootleg. Why I have that, I don't know. And Draw the Line, because I loved the Hirschfeld album cover. I thought it was incredible. Andrew Wolkowicz, Canadian, $20, working till 5:30, but loving the thumbnail. Only the worthy will be able to lift the mighty hammer of the bastard. Be worthy, everyone. Upvote and subscribe and be the Patreon and the bastard that others want to be. Aw. Thank you, buddy boy. Let's start out with the Super Chat gong like we always do. Thank you. Yeah, I had to change the thumbnail because it just didn't make any sense. So I was like, oh, I got to make a new thumbnail. Panel Power 6 today. That's great showing. And Melly C, evening, beautiful people. Hello, darling. Let's start out with some adages and some good things from our Sir Julian. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Agreed. Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably the reason so few engage in it. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again. I like that. This time more intelligently. That's beautiful, man. Vision without execution is just hallucination. Can I steal that? Vision without execution is just hallucination. Sounds like a lyric to me. Power and machinery, money and goods are useful only as they set us free to live. I wish we all abided by that because it's so true. Mr. Kevin Landon, how are you? Upvoted number 10 today. Greetings to Dirk and all the Bashers on Smell Good Thursday. I like that, Smell Good Thursday. I'll be wearing my usual version of Surgeon's Skin Secret in Honey Scent. Sounds crazy. Just wanted to give you guys a message so you all know. I don't know if you've been keeping up on the news, but our beloved SS United States, the ship that we've been involved in, Paul's been the steward of that. He's been the chair of the New York chapter for the last decade or so. She has left Philadelphia for her future home under the sea. It's not the result we wanted when it happened. but she was bought by Okaloosa County in Florida to become the world's largest uh, artificial reef. Now, it is better than her being broken up. She will be under the sea for probably, a millennia. And people will be able to dive down to her and see her. And it will be a diving site. It's a shame that nobody had the vision or the patriotism. And, people love this country. Everybody loves to scream about how patriotic they are. And yet nobody puts their money where their mouth is. And that is one of the most patriotic things the American people ever produced. The fastest ship in the world, the blue ribbon holder in both directions. She is she was the pride of the nation, and she was left to rot and rust and forgotten in Philadelphia, except for a small grassroots group of people who love and hold her in high esteem. I just don't understand. And we reached out to a lot of patriots, and none of them got back to us. None of them. And it was just, we had a great business plan. We had a great business partner. The people that were involved with the TWA Hotel, they were our partner, and they were going to turn it into a hotel, Esplanade, shopping, all kinds of cool stuff. And they have shown that their vision is incredible. And it was all done. And we had, financial prospectus, everything ready to go. We just needed some, a big financial partner to come in and reap the rewards. But no, let's knock everything down and build stuff up. Anyway, Kevin Landon. Ray's here. Feck the jumpers. This way, better fun. Y'all be Thor after this. Dean says, Fragrance Thursday. Today, I smell of grass cuttings and horse manure. Yeah, but after you lather up with your fancy Aesop soap, and I'm sure you're going to put on some Penhaligon's or something. I don't have Penhaligon's Quercus here, and I haven't bought it in many, many, many years, but I adore Quercus by Penhaligon's. It's one of my favorite fragrances. I have not owned it in years, but it was a staple of mine for a long time. Maybe I should go revisit that. Julian says, Ben-Hur rides again. Yeah, and the SS United States leaves Philadelphia. Rest in peace. Yeah, she's going to be, she's going down the out to Florida, and she's going to go get some modifications so she can rest at the bottom of the sea. And it's heartbreaking. It really is. It's really heartbreaking. Panel Power says that he likes Nero 70 by Zherkov compared to the Compomarzio 70. I don't know either of those. I've seen them and heard about them. There's Buddy Hell. Buddy Hell upvoted and a super chat. Chanel Allure Home Sport is my go-to spray. Very nice at the moment. Yeah, that's a very nice. I do have one Chanel here. I don't wear it. It's Paul's. I can't wear it. It just does not work on me, but I love the way it smells. And I could smell that a mile away on somebody when I smell it. I absolutely love it. Here's a super chat con for you. Dean says, Drew B's favorite fragrance is the Moon Swatch. It has cheap notes of aroma of burnt plastic. The scent lasts for a few days. Drew B responds. Dean, you've given me another great idea. I'll start sharing my vast collection of designer imposter fragrances. Do you know, I have an imposter fragrance that Jocelyn sent me, and we'll talk about it. It's a dupe. But anyway, I also want to give a big shout out to, I just got handed something. I was out doing some stuff for Rose. I set up the show this morning, so I have all my fragrances here. But I was out, and my neighbor came, and she handed me a box, and I said, thinking it was for Paul, and it wasn't. It's for me, and it's from Michaela de Chatillon and her beautiful husband, Eric. And he sent me a suit, and I haven't opened the box yet. But I know what's in it, and well, I'll talk about it soon enough. But I'm absolutely shocked, Eric and Michaela, if you're watching the show right now. I mean, he offered me this suit, just didn't suit him. And you all know, if you're familiar with Watch Fashion Police, you know he's a denizen of style and grace and deportment and all those things, shoes and watches and fragrance and clothing. It's just amazing. And we bonded over a particular brand called Richard James, which is my favorite Savile Row designer in London. It's my favorite suit maker ever. I've never owned one. I came close years and years and years ago. Anyway, he had a suit and he goes, if you want it, you can have it. And I said, I can't accept that. There's just no way. Anyway, we were talking about it again the other night, and they kind of said, "Well, you should." And I was like, "Okay." I just said, "All right, I will." And I can't wait to open up the box, guys. I'm very excited. Thank you. I can't believe it got here so fast. Holy smokes! But thank you so much. Very generous, and I can't wait to try it on. And it's technically my size. It's probably he's taller than me, so I probably have to take the pants down. And I don't know about the sleeves. Hopefully, those will be perfect. But I said I started an egg white diet a couple of days ago. You know me and carbs. So I was very lazy. You know, guys know I got down to like 158 pounds in, I guess it was like August or September. And then this winter I've been making bread and soups and stuff. So I put another like 11 pounds back on. So I immediately started a couple of days ago because I've got somewhere to go soon. And I don't want to be a fatso kicking around. So I started going on an egg white diet, just egg whites and salad. So no carbs, no saturated fats, stuff like that. So hopefully it fits perfectly. And if it needs another 10 pounds, I'll be happy to get rid of it. But we'll see. We'll see. He's very fit though. I mean, he's really fit. He's like built and fit. So I'm hoping that he's so muscular that it fits perfectly. Amazing. Drew B says, not today, though. Today's fragrance is Creed Spice and Wood. Oh, very nice. Creed people are Creed people, man. Creed people love their Creed. I just can't get over the price of it. I just can't. It's just absolutely insane how much money they want for Creed. And I haven't particularly, other than the Irish Tweed, which I think smells good on other people. It's not for me. It's so expensive. I picked up that Adventus and pick it up. I tried it in the store and I was like, why does everybody love this so much? And it was $680 for juice. Come on. Dean says, nice, Dirk. You're getting the hang of this YouTube lark. The thumbnail is going to bring in the punters. You just need to add Rolex and it would bring. I know. Oh, yeah, I know. I just have to say Rolex, 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 right? I said James Bond is dead. But he is. It's over. Because the class and the prestige of James Bond will be gone. It will be so diluted now. I had the epiphany, even though I said all this stuff, I was kind of joking that they had so much to mine in the Bondoverse, but it's going to be the Bondoverse. They're going to pimp the living crap out of it. And all of the elegance and the Turnbull and Nasser. And it makes me wonder, what do their partners think about this? Tom Ford, Omega, forget about Heineken. That was like for 2 movies. But what do they all think? They have to know that their partners have to have an opinion about this. Maybe they'll like it because maybe now we're going to see Omega in 50 trillion. Also, does it affect that? Look, they don't own the rights to James Bond anymore. So does that mean Amazon could just say, hey, you know what? We've decided we're going to go with X brand watches here. We're going to Fossil, James Bond. You know what? Let's go with let's go with Hublot. James Bond wears Hublot now. That's the thing that they protect too. They protect the brand from being in bed with things that bring down the classiness of it. I mean, watch Casino Royale and look at the way that Turnbull and Nasser shirt gets wet. Yes, he's in incredible shape and unbelievable, but you get to see the quality of the fabric and the way it drapes on his body. Then there's dinner jackets, and then there are dinner jackets. This one is the latter. That's a Brioni dinner jacket. And then following that film, it was all handmade Tom Ford suits for Daniel Craig. But then there were other brands they would put in there for sportswear, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now you have to worry about that. They are not the stewards of that anymore. So will James Bond, there's going to be product placements. It's going to be horrible. Canada Goose, and there's going to be all kinds of junk. Tom Ford sneaker. They're going to pimp him out. You could tell I'm pretty upset about it. I don't love it. Drew B, very nice. I've not tried it. Have you tried the Creed Royale exclusive Spice and Wood? Oh boy, you guys are the Creed people. Holy macaroni. AI Power says, an AI with K would make my day. I'm sure he's going to send us a K of the day. Yeah, I did do an AI with K. I absolutely did. 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I did a dedication to Kay. Having some Drew B coffee in my Joe LaFaro glass. Tomorrow I'll be drinking out of my Scotty Love wine glasses. Yeah. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I love that you said that. It's really funny. How did that jump so far? Holy macaroni. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh boy, I lost my train of thought. Okay. Where did it go? Why does it keep jumping on me? Stop jumping on me. There it is. I found it. Happy Thursday to all. Hiteshi in the room. Great to see you, buddy. At 21:27 here in Ireland, the mojitos are kicking in. Good for you. Enjoy. I told you my funny story about mojitos. I was in the west of Ireland with my entire family, my nieces, and they're all young. And I'm like going to the bar. What do you guys want? And I ordered 10 mojitos. And I apologized to the girl. I tried to tip her, and she got mad at me, which is ridiculous. Panel power. I'm bringing back my fedora back to refreshed at Borsellino next month. Do any of you bashers know how long that takes? Only there for the Grand Slam. I'd ask Oshin if I could, but he had me blocked. He blocked you? Panel power? Did you get frisky? What happened? He blocked you. Huh. Are you sure? That sounds, I don't see why. I'll be in Florence beforehand, so I'll try to revisit a second watch seller that has a few vintage gold Omega watches I nearly bought 2 years ago and post to the gallery. Yes, yes, yes. Well, are you getting it blocked? What are you getting done to that? It usually takes about 2 weeks to get a hat back. And some of them can do it fast. You know, they use that steam machine and the mold. Depends on if yeah, they could probably do it pretty quick. And I hope that they can. I really do. I've got that hat that's a mess, my Yves Saint Laurent hat. And it's like, I really got to just bite the bullet and go to a milliner and get that thing fixed. It got squished. Somehow it got out of its box, wound up on a shelf, and then like a box or something got thrown on it. And it's not a pretty sight at all. At all. Great. So please do that. We'll be visiting a Brunello vineyard too, if anyone is interested in that. Who's not interested in Brunello? I got a couple of years ago, my friends Kate and Carl, was our anniversary, and they got us a Brunello, and it was Gaia, and it was absolutely crazy. Franco Fiore says, please upvote. Yes, please upvote if you can. That would be great. And whilst I'm drunk and stoned, check out the fullerness, the third allotropy of carbon. I was the first to produce a single-walled aligned carbon nanotubes under Professor Harry Croto at Sussex. 1 graphite and 2 diamond. Wow, I'm too stupid to even read that sentence there, Panel Power. Holy macaroni. If I can find my transmission electron microscope TEM images, I'll post them. Please post them, because I don't even know what any of that means. Crazy. Joe LaFaro's calling from his happy place in sunny Florida. Jesus, I'm getting like Dane and per favore, scusami. It's amazing. Dirk, what are you doing? I'm doing my show, Dr. Bob's Nightmare. How are you, buddy? Yeah. Dr. Bob's Nightmare says, I like Wood's Day. Yeah, why not? Great to see you in the room. Andy M, only good things. Good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things. Amazon is coming. We're doomed. I couldn't concur more. Only good things, as I put up here every single time when you show up. Let's put it there. Only good things, man, because we're doing our best. You know, we're doing our best to do only good things. It's a work in progress, right? That's got to be what it is. Russell C says, "Oh dear, double O bashers reaching for the martini bottle." Yeah, you should. Why not? Here comes the 007 Amuse. Yep, there you go. There you go. No, I'm doing fragrances. No, I got them all lined up, Eddie. All lined up. I'm just, I have to. Broccoli isn't a real name. It is. It's an Italian name. His real name is Cubby Broccoli. I don't know what his first name is. I never knew it. If they remake all the Bond movies, they're going to destroy the franchise. That's exactly what they're going to do, Bob. You are 100% right. They're going to redo Dr. No with young, sexy people. Everybody will be, multiple races and genders, and they're just going to dilute the living shit out of it, and it's not going to be British. It's for king and country, for queen and country. That's what James Bond was. But like, let's get rid of all these racist tropes. Let's get rid of them all. And it's just going to be a horror show. It's going to be horrible. Panel Power says the Conclave won Best Picture at the BAFTAs. I didn't realize that. Hey, that's great. That's great. I thought it was a real movie. I liked it a lot. I sat down with Nathaniel for dinner, and he knows more about all that stuff than you and I. And if you've seen the film, there's a twist at the end, and he said, as if the church has never seen that before. And I kind of was baffled by that. So I'm going to have more of a long talk with him about that, because I was like, uh-oh. Henry Cavill's been linked with the new Highlander movies, also does a lot of stuff on Amazon with Guy Ritchie, Interesting Times Which We Live. I think Henry Cavill's out of the equation for James Bond. I think that's not happening. I think Amazon's going to the living crap out of it, and they're going to ruin it. They're going to put some twink in there, and it's going to be stupid, or they'll make him buy. Nobody needs that. Nobody needs that. It's like, who is that for? It's not. I'm not interested in that in any way. I want to see him with dazzlingly beautiful women, fast cars, guns. Bring back the smoking. It's just crazy stuff. I know I should call him that teen. I don't know what you guys. Guy Ritchie doing Bond films could be. It could be. Guy Ritchie's very hit or miss, though. Because he does kind of one thing very, very well. And then when he did Swept Away, which was weird. And has he done anything that's not like my favorite movie from him is Rock and Rolla. I loved that movie. Pound of Power says, was Lucas a bigger pedophile than fellow Sabatine Frankist Spielberg? I wish I could ask Sabatine Frankist Jeffrey Epstein. He'd have known. Free Palestine. Lucas? No. He dated Linda Ronstadt. I never heard that. And I never heard that about Spielberg either. You're starting rumors. Calloy says, hey, Dirk, upvoted. Hey, Calloy, great to see you in the room. And Russell C says, DM said it best. Everything counts in large amounts. Bond out. Yeah, it's true. Thunderball brought to you by Jeff Bezos' penis rocket. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Anyway, Sharon with a $6.99 super chat. Thank you, my beautiful darling. Thank you so much. Here's a big one. Okay, let's get into fragrances. We can talk more about that other stuff, because that's what y'all came for today, the fragrance thing. So I'll quickly go over my favorites, and we'll talk about them, and then we'll sample some of the goodies that I got yesterday from the beautiful Jocelyn Bittenbender, which should be super duper fun. So first up for me is the following. Ready? Well, let me get back here. Let me take this off the screen. Banners, thanks. Only good things, kids. Only good things. First in is, this is my favorite fragrance of all time. You all know it. And now I have an original one. This is the original formulation of M7 by Yves Saint Laurent. The main accords are oud, amber, aromatic, fresh spice, citrus, woody, musky, powdery, and earthy. Now, powdery needs to be very, very low on the scale for me to enjoy this thing. This is an original fragrance that was created by Jacques Cavalier and Alberto Moraes, and the top notes are rosemary, mandarin orange, and bergamot. Middle notes are agarwood, vetiver, and the base notes are amber and musk. Now, this was Tom Ford's first fragrance. Do they have? I wish they had a picture of the crazy, sexy ad that he did. So that's the first one. You guys know all about this, how much I love this fragrance. Now, this is the original formulation that somehow Jocelyn Bittenbender got a hold of. I don't know how she did that, but that's the bottle, and that's the sprayer. So I'm going to do two things. Now, here is the reformulation bottle. You can see I've got almost very little of it left. I've never felt that this was anywhere close to this bottle. Now, you can see that they look similar, right? Until you take the reformulation on the side, and you can see that it's clear. This is amber all around. And I do have a bottle of the original formulation aftershave, and that's got about an eyedropper full of juice left in it. So first thing I'll do is I'll spray the original, and then I'll spray the reform, and then we'll talk about the difference. Already, the sprayer on the original one is way better, way more intense. Okay. Oh God, it's just not even to be believed, man. If you can get a hold of this, if you like a dark, musky, beautiful, oudy, masculine scent. Now, here's the thing. Here's the most famous thing with this particular fragrance. When you spray it, it comes on like you just sprayed Dr. Pepper all over yourself, and it's fleeting. It lasts it goes away very quickly. This fragrance has the longest sillage I've ever felt in my entire life. It's deep and woodsy, and it lasts. You put it on in the morning. When you come home at night, you smell exactly like this. But it starts off with this. It's not sweet. It's like a cherry cola kind of vibe. And then it dissipates, and you immediately start to get citrus. The citrus notes come out. Then the rosemary peaks around. Then you start to get the smokiness from the agar wood, the oud. And then you get the amber notes and the musk that comes at the very, very bottom of this fragrance. It is magical on so many levels. It is a long game. This is to be worn. This is not for a splash. This is not for the beach, for the pool. This is for an evening out. You're going dancing. You're going to the theater. You're going to the opera. And one spray will do it because it is intense. It is concentrated. It's incredible. It's my favorite fragrance of all time. Now that's the original formulation. Now, this is the also discontinued. Already so weak. So weak. There's a little touch of that cherry cola, but very little. The first thing I'm getting, the one thing that happened to this fragrance that drove me bananas, and I will pull up that because I have that too for the reformulation so you can see exactly how that worked. Here we go. This is the reformulation. There's the bottle. See, there's the original one, which I have here, and here's the reformulation that I have here. That's the difference in the boxes. Now, if you look at the ingredients here, originally it's alcohol, water, perfume, and benzoferone. On this one, alcohol, aqua, perfume, limonene, linalool, alpha metal ioniate, benzoferone, geraniol, eugenol. There's so many different things in this thing, and you can smell it. It instantly smells completely different. Citrusy, a little bit of lemony. The rosemary is completely gone. The amber is there, but I smell zero bergamot. Zero. That Dr. Pepper thing that turns lemony and citrusy right away and then turns into the rosemary is nowhere near to be found in this. I also get intense amounts of patchouli in the reformulation. Overall, this was a big mistake. It's because this was a colossal failure. My favorite fragrance came out and failed. It failed entirely. Because I think it was because of the cherry cola thing. I think that's what happened to it. And that's a shame. It really is. Because it's an amazing fragrance. I don't know why people didn't go crazy for it, but what are you going to do? Anyway, that's it. There was a crazy ad for it. Let me go find it. I want to see the ad. Another reason why Tom Ford was pissing everybody off. There it is. Yeah, the ad was seriously homoerotic, and this guy was naked. There's a full frontal nudity one that was in a couple of magazines. People went, "What the hell? How dare you? Children are watching this right now." Anyway, so that's that one. So my second favorite in the whole wide world is, of course, Habit Rouge. Now, Habit Rouge has been around forever and ever and ever, and I thought I brought that. Oh, yeah, I thought you might get a kick out of seeing the original bottle. This is from 1965. I found this. It smells terrible because it's just nonsense. But there's stuff floating. It's weird. But I have the bottle, and I thought you'd think it was pretty cool. That's what it originally looked like. The original Habit Rouge by Guerlain, 1965. And this is the new one. I've obviously gone to town on this. Now, this particular one, give this a beautiful sniff. Now, this has been reformulated by Jeline Jelk over at Guerlain. It's magnificent. I've been wearing it like crazy. So let me go pull that up so you know what that's about. Guerlain de Paris. All right, there you go. So this is the Eau de Parfum. Now, I originally, when I went into that day, I went into Bloomingdale's. I went in there and I bought the Parfum. And it blew my brains out. I couldn't get it out of my house. It was so concentrated, and it had so much vanilla in it. And there's one thing I can't stand in a men's fragrance. It is vanilla. I don't like sickeningly sweet fragrances. That's just me. I think vanilla's kind of on the feminine side. It's sweet, it's sugary. I don't enjoy it at all. This thing is just absolutely gorgeous. This is created in 65. It's an amber forward fragrance, amber and leather. It's spicy, woody, jasmine, neroli, leather, oud wood, and white blossom. There is a slight amount of vanilla and patchouli at the very, very, very top. You can barely smell it, but in the perfume, the parfum version of this, it is hideously bad. This is the one I recommend because the original ED, the Eau de Toilette, was the one that I used to buy a lot and go through it because that one was perfect. They've discontinued that because that's what they do. That's their big Guerlain. Just I don't know what they're up to. But if I pull up the let me grab the other one that I had, Habit Rouge Parfum, right? Is this the one I want? Yes. So this is the one that I had bought in Saks, and I returned it the next day, and I had to open up all my windows because if you look at the top of this, the main accords are vanilla, rum, woody, patchouli, citrus, warm. Then it starts to get into the good stuff. The bottle was beautiful. The juice was beautiful. But man, it's too much. Jillian Jelk has gone crazy. She went too far. It needed to be watered down. It smells nothing like the Eau de Parfum. They're not even related. And these are called flankers because anything that comes in, Habit Rouge or your favorite fragrance, say, you get Vetiver, then this blue Vetiver, or Vetiver Vert. Those are all flankers. They're all based upon the original. They flank the main headliner. It's a flanker, but it doesn't smell like a flanker. It smells like a completely different fragrance. This smells almost exactly like the original formulation from 65, and it's the one to get. I haven't smelled the new Eau de Toilette by Guerlain for this particular new formulation by Jillian Jelk, but I've been told that it's very, very good. If you like a toilette, toilettes obviously they don't last as long, but they're wonderful too, and they're fresher. So that's that. This one, they'll smell you down the block, and I don't think that that's ever very, very fun. I really don't. Next up in the presentation is this is not for me, but this is what Paul wears, and this is Antaeus by Chanel. Let me pull this out. Let me unscreen this. This is Antaeus by Chanel. Why is it? Am I getting a jerky video, or is it just me? I'm a little worried about that because it looks like it's acting stupid. Yeah, I really hit that bottle of Habit Rouge, man. I hit it hard. I wear it every freaking day. This is Antaeus by Chanel. This is incredible, just not on me. Paul, this is the only fragrance Paul's ever worn, and it's great, but it's not great on me. Main accords are aromatics, wood, leather, amber, mossy, earthy, smoky, musky, rose, and at the very bottom, patchouli. It is hyper masculine fragrance. Caveman, if you will. You need to be a big, burly, hairy guy. He's a skinny guy, but he's got the rest of that stuff. This is a Chypre. This was created by Antaeus in 81 by Jacques Poage. And the top notes are myrrh, clary sage, coriander, bergamot, lime, Amalfi lemons, rose, thyme, basil, and jasmine, and then castoreum, oak moss, patchouli, and French labdanum. Now, this is an amazing stuff. I love it. I love it on people. I cannot wear it, nor would I. I've tried it, and it just doesn't work on my chemistry. It just doesn't. Really doesn't. But that's fine too. Now we'll get into my citrus faves. So I've talked about this on the show 1,000 times. I might as well give it to you in its long form. This is the 4711. Now, 4711 has been around since the dawn of time. It is an incredible fragrance. I think it's from the 1792. It's a citrus aromatic fragrance for men and women. It's an eau de cologne. Wilhelm Mullins created it. Top notes are lemon, bergamot, and orange. Middle notes are lavender, rosemary, and the base notes are neroli and petitgrain. The same exact things that are in the Tom Ford stuff. Now, this stuff is $30 for a gigantic bottle. You cannot go wrong with this. It's absolutely mesmerizing. It just doesn't last. It does not last. It's, if you could bring a little bit, like have a little spray in your, I suggest you get the spray. This is the cologne. So this is like, oh man, this stuff is just, it's magical. It's a bracer. It's fresh, peachy, ready to go. Absolutely spectacular for summer. Now, this is the $1 trillion version of that. This is the Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. Now, with Neroli Portofino, it's citrus, white floral, aromatic, and spicy. But what they don't tell you is it smells exactly like 4711. Now, they say it's a citrus aromatic fragrance for men and women. It's Rodrigo Flores Rue created it. Top notes are bergamot, mandarin orange, lemon, bitter orange, lavender, rosemary, and myrtle. Middle notes are African orange flower, neroli, jasmine, pittosporum, and base notes are amber, angelica, and amberette, which is a muskmallow. It's great. It smells amazing, but it's like $400. It was like $380 for this tiny little 50 ml bottle. Now, I'm afraid to know how Jocelyn got a hold of this thing, because this used to cost $60 when I went to Bergdorf for Saks when they were making it. And I was like using it all the time. I've seen these online for insane amounts of money, and that scares the bejesus out of me because, Neroli Portofino by Tom Ford. Okay. Unbelievable. It's very expensive. And then finally, in my list of things that I wear all the time, and this is a very inexpensive fragrance. This is by Puig, which I know I say that wrong because I can't get that Catalan thing down. It's like Puig. And this is one of my all-time favorites, introduced to me by my sister, Sligo Gal, and she went to school in Segovia, Spain. And while she was there, she was dating some Spanish guy who wore this. And it was absolutely fantastic. And I loved it a lot. And I've been wearing it ever since. And she likes it too. It's for men. It's for women. It's pretty great. Did I even put this up where? I think I did. Hold on. Did I not get a thing for this? Hold on. Let me find it. I thought I had a Agua Brava. I didn't. So let me get it for you right now. One moment, please. I'm pretty sure I had it. Let's see. Yeah, I did have it. I don't know why I did that. Okay, let's find it now. Why is it not showing up here? I guess I could do the Chrome tab, right? Is that? No, that's not it. Sorry about that, folks. Why is that not showing up? Aqua Brava. Oh, it's not caching. Hold on a second. I'll get rid of it. There it is. There it is. Okay. Sorry about that, boys and girls. Huh. It's still not showing up in my list when I want to show you. So I'll open it. Anyway, this is, I can't get the thing up. It's aromatic, woody, fresh spice, citrus, warm and earthy. And it's got, it was invented by Marcel Charles and Rosando Mateu. It's lavender, amalfi, lemon, bergamot, juniper, sage, pine, bay leaf, thyme, clove, carnation, oak moss, vetiver, leather, sandalwood, patchouli, and musk, which are very common fragrances to be found. And it's pretty great. This bottle here will cost you about $20. It is a absolute dime store fragrance. It's just so fresh and delicious. I'm going to spray some of it right now because it's wonderful and I love it. It's great for summer, spring, all year round. Yeah, immediately you get the pine bergamot. It's incredible. It's absolutely, it's so, and this lasts a long time. It's amazing. This stuff, it's got great sillage. It's got a classic bottle, kind of reminiscent of like those Halston Z14 things. It's been around since forever. I think it was crafted in the 50s. I'm pretty sure of that. Let me see when it was invented. I'm pretty sure. Wow, this website does not like me. Do I have too many tabs open? Is that what it is? This was 1968. Okay, it was created. It's always on my shelf. It's something that I love. I think you guys would enjoy it too if you like something like that. Incredible. Russell C says, Vetiver Guerlain, great day today for me. And like Victor and Rolf, Spice Bomb in winter, a warm punch in your face. Guerlain is my favorite house. So the Vetiver, because I have so many other Vetiver, I think Guerlain's Vetiver is the absolute OG. It is the OG. It's the first there ever was, and it's the best there ever was. Now they've done the same thing. Ghislaine Jelk has gone in there and she's redone Vetiver, and it is available, and she did a great job. And it also comes in Parfum, Eau de Parfum, and Eau de Toilette. I highly recommend them because it's a great house. People have to realize that's a designer fragrance. That is not. This is an actual perfume house. This is an actual perfume house. You know, even though Chanel is a designer brand, this is not considered a designer brand because they've been doing it forever and ever and ever. I don't know why that is. And this is, of course, a designer brand. It's Yves Saint Laurent. You know, it's just the way it works in the world. You know, houses that just make perfumes are not designer brands, even if they have a big name. But if they make clothes and luggage and all that shit, Louis Vuitton, all that junk, that is a designer brand. So those are my classics, the ones that I wear all the time. Now, Jocelyn yesterday sent me a bunch of stuff. It was incredible. I'm gonna give myself a big whiff of the JBC coffee so I can clear out my olfactory. The stuff is great. This is the coffee. You guys did ask about this, right? And that's what it's called. It's called the Twisted V9 Espresso, and it is pretty incredible. Coffee is a great way to clear your nose out. So the first thing that I opened was this stuff called D7 because she gave me a list of stuff here. And she said that people say that this is the closest dupe that there is to the original formulation of M7. So I grabbed it. I'm just going to do one because if it is, then it only requires one because this stuff is potent. Okay, right off the bat, there is that cherry cola thing. There is that Dr. Pepper thing. It's totally happening. I'm getting notes of jasmine, which is weird, but it does have vetiver. There's bergamot. The one thing that the jasmine is throwing me off, it smells more like a musk and a floral together, but it does have that top note cherry cola thing. So it is definitely got that opening salvo from Yves Saint Laurent M7. I'm getting some of the agar wood right now. Some of that oud is coming through. It's getting really smoky. I'm going to smell this in about 10 minutes just to see what that's like because this is damn close. Holy smokes. Holy crap, that's close. This is just... If this is your local church, this is the cathedral. I mean, wow, that's just bigger, brighter, and fresher. There is a sweetness to this. I think that there's vanilla in here. And, you know, vanilla is just the instant turn off to me. The second I smell vanilla in a fragrance, I'm just like, no, I'm pass. No, that's this. I want to see what this is like in 10 minutes. Incredible. So, coffee time. I could have put it in a cup, but I thought it'd be better to show you the coffee that I've been drinking a lot of because of Drew B. Amazing. So I got just 5 to check out here, and I thought this would be fun. And I also brought up some. Let me get rid of some of these tabs. It's not letting me now. Okay. Get rid of that. That I want. That's got to go. I'm going to clean my tabs out because I think it got mad at me. I had so many tabs open. Oh, yeah, I think we're good now. Oh, there it is. Oh, great. Okay, perfect. So the first one up is Oud for Happiness, and it's called Inito Perfumes. Oud for Happiness. So let's pull that up. These are the ones that I smelled last night, and I smelled again this morning. And I thought, because she sent me all these beautiful things, I thought I'd share them. That's the really crazy, beautiful bottle it comes in. Citrus, soft, spicy. Vanilla is near the top. I didn't get that, though. Warm, spicy, powdery. Powdery is also not one of my... If something dries to powder on me, I'm out. Green, oud, musky, sweet, fresh, and spicy. Now, this was created in 2021, so it's new. Top notes are bergamot and ginger, which I like. Middle notes are licorice, agarwood, which is oud, cedar, which I like. Base notes are vanilla, herbal notes, and musk. I do not like vanilla, as you all know. But let's check it out. Okay, I just want to make sure I don't spray it in my face, right? I'm going to spray all these just once, just to get that. Oof. Oh, boy. Oh, okay. First thing off the bat is, oh, wow, is oud. This is oud all day long. This is oud all day long. Holy cow. I love this. This is outrageous. It is so oud forward. It is the most oud forward I've ever smelled, other than when you go to like an Arabic bazaar type place where they have all the oils and stuff. Obviously, they've been doing that for hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of years. This is absolutely insane. Now, I'm not getting this vanilla thing. I didn't get it last night either. I'm getting spicy. I'm getting bergamot. I'm getting ginger. I smell the licorice in this, and cedar as well. It's absolutely, this is a magnificent fragrance. Oud for Happiness by Initio Perfume Privé. This is great. I'll pull it back on the screen so you guys can see this, because I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10, because this is that good. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 for this. This is outrageous. By Initio Perfume. Or Initio, I don't know where they're from. Where is it from? Is it from Italy? Where is it from? I don't know where this company is from. It doesn't say. Bergamot, ginger. This is pretty amazing. I would say this is a winter fragrance, 100%. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I really love this. That's pretty amazing. Wow. Coffee time. I only have 5 of these to go through, so and then we'll get into the Gallery of Bashtards. Wow. Wow. That coffee smells so damn good. So, now this is an interesting one. Do I have it? I do, right? I thought I did. Maybe I don't. I might have to pull it up. Let's go with oh yeah, there it is. Grand Soir. This is the Grand Soir Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Now, this is a very famous, this is the Grand Soir. Everybody's talking about this fragrance. It's funny, Jocelyn said in their note, she goes, not my thing. And I was like, I wonder why it's not her thing. We'll find out in a second. Now, this is supposed to be an amber forward fragrance. That's what they claim it is. Let's see if that's true. Where did it go? Did I move this around? Oh, here it is. I got it. Okay, ready? I'm going to give it one spritzy spritz. Oops. Knocked over that. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, I don't know about this. This is not my thing either, honey. Oh, man. So this was created in 2016 by Francis Kurkdjian. Kurkdjian, I guess it would be. Kurkdjian. Top notes are Spanish labdanum and orange. Middle notes are lavender and cyan benzoin. I love benzoin. Base notes are amber, vanilla, tonka bean. Everybody, all the designers love tonka bean. Tom Ford started that crap a long time ago when he did Gucci Pour Homme, which they discontinued, which was magnificent, and that is impossible to get. The original in the checkerboard box, the Gucci Pour Homme, and cedar. No, there's a sickeningly sweet candy. I am getting honey, maple syrup, and like an artificial like saccharin or equal or Splenda. It's got a super duper sickeningly sweet. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, not my thing. Jocelyn, not my thing. Oh, Jocelyn's here. Sorry, I've been looking at the thing. I thought you might like Oud for Happiness better than Oud for Greatness. Do they make Oud for Greatness? That's funny. I don't know. Oh, because Newman says Oud for Greatness is the OG for mid-shit. Okay. I loved that. That's a 9 out of 10. So you thinking that's a 10 out of 10? Newman says the Grand Soir is the successor to Pour le Soir. Man, I couldn't have hated that more than I just did. Ugh. Sickeningly sweet. Sickeningly sweet. Next up is a Basso Suspiro. Basso Suspiro. Let's take a looky poo at that. Let me grab that for you guys. Okay, here we go. Let me pull that off the screen. Come on, comments. Go. I'll put you back up in a minute. So this is Basso Suspiro perfumes for men and women. And that's interesting. Its top notes are woody, aromatic, fresh and spicy, citrus, earthy, warm and spicy, floral, green, and mossy. The bottle is very kind of, doesn't it look like a cat, right? So let's have a looky. Let's give it a spray and see what's going on with this thing. Let me take that off the screen so I can do my spray. I made a bunch of these, so they're ready to go. Oof. Wow. Okay, this smells like Aqua de Parma, which I wore Aqua de Parma Oud for a couple of years. Once Tom Ford shit the bed and they stopped making my favorites, I immediately went to I was in Milan. I was staying at the Principe di Savoia. The gym had all the Aqua de Parma fragrances for everybody to use. I tricked them all out. This smells like the Colonia Club. This smells exactly like Colonia Club. Wow. This is incredible. It's good. I like it. I like Colonia Club. It's launched in 2022, so it's new. It's grapefruit, carnation, mayflower, labdanum, vetiver, cedar, black pepper, oak moss. I'm definitely smelling sandalwood. Maybe some pepper, white pepper, pink pepper. Wow. I got to say that this is a great spring fragrance. I'm going to give this wow, because it smells just like Colonia Club. How many Aqua de Parma people are out there? I love Aqua de Parma, and it's gotten very pricey. Their oud is amazing. It's an amazing fragrance, and I love Colonia. I love it. I like Blue Mediterraneo as well. Wow, I'm really digging this. You know, I'm digging this a lot, much more than I thought that I would. I'm gonna give this. An 8.5 because it's fresh and beautiful. Oh, I didn't rate the other one. I'm gonna give that a 3 because I hated it. I'm gonna give it a 2 because it was too sweet. I don't like sweet fragrances on men. I don't even like them on women. Remember when what was that thing called? Flower Bomb was big. Man, it was like walking into like a bath salt store, like Bed Bath and Beyond. Just smelled like pixie sticks or cherry gum. Remember those things, the sweet tarts or those, very sugary candies that you give to kids? It's in a powder form. This is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Next is Leighton. This is the Parfum de Marly. This is the Leighton. Let me pull that up for you so you can see what this is about. Leighton, Parfum de Marly. Great looking. This is a main accords are warm and spicy, fresh spicy, woody, vanilla, aromatic, fruity, don't like that. Powdery, don't like that. Lavender, not a fan. Citrus, I have a beautiful bottle of Aqua de Parma lavender in my bathroom, and I use it around when I clean my floors. Citrus and fresh. that's the story with those. So let's give that let me get a coffee in there so I can get to be fresh. Wow. Okay. Double true. Ooh, wow. I'm not getting any of the vanilla that they said is in this, and thank God, because me no likey. No, I don't get it. You know what it smells like to me? It smells like apples. It smells like green apples to me. It's very fresh. I smell lavender. There's bergamot. Maybe some violets or jasmine. Oh, there's some jasmine in here. Oh boy, I smell it. And pepper for sure. I want to say patchouli, but I can't quite be sure of that. Because there's so much going on here. But top note, totally green apples, Granny Smith apples, lavender. There's citrus in here. I can't tell whether or not it's Sicilian lemons or bergamot, but definitely violet and jasmine. I'm not getting any vanilla out of this. It's very, very nice. I'm afraid there might be cardamom in here, which I don't like as a fragrance. And there's one thing in here that's upsetting me, which is going to make me give this a 6, only because I can smell some kind of Indian spice in there, and I'm not loving that at all. Not loving it. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it higher, because the if that's bergamot or Amalfi lemons, it could be. The citrus in here is beautiful. Maybe we'll see how that dries down. I'm gonna go back now. I'm gonna smell the coffee. Spinal Tap. Smell the glove. I'm gonna smell the coffee. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Smell this, because I said I was gonna. It's magnificent. Wow. Wow, that's going to be on my list. Holy crap, that was amazing. That really, really, really is amazing. Wow. Gotta say, what did I do with that? Oud for Happiness, incredible. That's the 9. Then the last one in this batch is Corrigan by Lubin. Let's pull this up for you all to see. Wow. I think this is pretty for ladies. I don't know if I can see this for men. It says it's woody, musky, leather, warm, spicy, aromatic whiskey. Okay, I'm getting whiskey here. I'm getting bourbon. Florals, animalic. Okay, oud. And fresh spice. Interesting. Yeah, off the top, I'm getting vanilla off the top. Did it say vanilla on that thing? It didn't, right? But I'm getting vanilla, but like a spicy vanilla, like a this is from 2012, I believe, and the perfumier is Thomas Fontaine. I'm getting whiskey, cognac, juniper. Smells a little bit like gin, some lavender, and definitely musk and leather. It said that there was some oud in here. I don't smell that. I don't smell the vetiver. I'm not getting the animalic either, but I think that this is very pretty for a woman. I would definitely not. I would definitely not wear this. So I'm going to give this 6, 7 for the ladies, a 2 for the men, because it's way too sweet. Not a fan. Now I want to go back to the Oud for Happiness. Man, that's freaking amazing. I love this Oud for Happiness. It's incredible. What was the other one I loved also? Not the Leighton. It was the Basso, right? Let me get a fresh one here. Yeah, that's it. Holy macro, this Basso. Yeah, I'm loving this. This is incredible. This is the one, right? Yeah, it's really good. Really reminds me of Colonia Club. That's incredible. Okay. What are your fragrances, guys? That's my nose is probably out of whack now. I'm smelling all this stuff. Now, she also sent this. There's so many more. We could do it next week. We could do another fragrance show if you want. There's a lot of other stuff in here in this box that I have yet to explore. This beautiful box from Jocelyn Bittenbender. Jocelyn, thank you. I mean, I'm just bathed in the riches of goodness. While I'm at it, we're here. Why not? Let me check out Dolce & Gabbana's. Okay, this is called The One. Let's see what this smells like. Oof. Hey, that's not bad. It's very light, very watery, very easy to wear. This is an eau de toilette. There you go. Hey, this is not bad. I'm getting a bit of grapefruit here. I'm getting a bit of pink pepper. I'm getting some maybe carnation. Hey, I don't mind. I don't mind that. Hey, that's not bad. There was a Costume National in here, and I wanted to bring that up. Pavilion Rouge. What the hell is that? I see Rouge, and I just want to go crazy. Pavilion Rouge. Let me get some coffee. Let me get some coffee. Okay. Pavilion Rouge. Oh boy, this is by Javoy Paris. Let me see what that is, because I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna go to. Hold on, I knocked that over. I got so much stuff on my desk right now. Pavilion. Very interesting. I want to look this up. Who makes this? By Javoy Paris. Let's find out. I'm intrigued by this. Oh, thank you, Internet. For men and women. Here we go. This is pretty cool. Let's take a looky-poo at this since I brought it out. And I'll end the perfume segment on this action. Pavilion Rouge by Javoy Paris Parfum. It says it's warm and spicy, woody, whiskey, tobacco, leather, sweet, vanilla, rum, amber, and animalic. That's what it says. I don't disagree with that at all. But it also has, it smells to me just like the concentration of Habit Rouge, the new one by Julien Jelk. It really does. This is from 2018, so she might have copied this. This is very rummy, very whiskey, very spicy. There's vanilla in there, but there's also lots and lots and lots of leather and benzoin. Total tobacco notes. It's nice. It's not bad. I wish they would downplay. I can't wear the rummy whiskey vanilla stuff because it gets a little sweet after a while. And depending on your skin and your pH, you have to be careful of whether or not that's going to turn into something that dries to powder and starts to smell real weird on you, you know? Anyway, that's it. That's great. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this little journey. And Jocelyn, amazing. There's a couple in here I'm really interested in investigating. So now I got lots of papers on them. I'll clean that up later. It's time for the Gallery of Bastards, you guys. Thanks so very much. Here we go. The Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. Where will we start? We'll start with Julian. 10 shots from his gallery. You're getting crazy there, Julian. Thanks again, everybody, for joining me on the fragrance, the Thursday fragrance show, which we can make if you enjoyed it. I think it did pretty well. We had 75 people in the room at one point. But it got a little long, maybe, if you enjoyed that. I enjoy experiencing perfumes with you live. There's the ones that I know and I can talk about because I know them so well, but I think it's fun to investigate and get your thoughts too. So let's start out with Sir Julian. Look at her gas mask and everything. Did I ever tell you this great story? When Paul was an art student at the School of Visual Arts in New York City, there was a project, and it was for New York City and pollution. So Paul drew a painting of Atlas, the famous Atlas Rock Center with a gas mask on and naked, crouched while people stood and watched. The teacher gave him like a C+ on it, and he's a really great artist. Like a year later, the New Yorker magazine has a painting that is the exact same thing, crouched down, Atlas on the ground. And I saw it and I was like, oh shit, that looks just like Paul's painting. And I brought it home and I said, look at this. And he goes, oh, wow, that's crazy. And then he opens it up and it was his teacher. His teacher took his idea, painted it, and sold it to the New Yorker. Hashtag scumbag. Anyway, Julian, beautiful. Look at the colors. This is like a Madonna. Very, this is very unusual for you. It's like a stained glass window on a barn door. Pretty amazing. Oh, look at this. Is a whole new collection. I feel like we walked into a totally different wing, Julian. Amazing. Wow. Wow, that's cool. Who is this young damsel? Oh. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's like the subway system, right? That's what it looks like in our neck of the woods. Oh, look at this. What kind of writing is on that? That's cool. Look at the colors today, Julian. Beautiful. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, is that an escalator? I can't tell. I can never tell with the way he puts together stuff. It's multiple images. You know, we don't know his process, and thank God we don't know, because that's the beauty and the mystery of the art. Incredible. Oh, I love that. Oh, wow. How did you do that? Did you paint this? Certainly that's not photography. Certainly that's like a watercolor, all blackened out. Julian, gorgeous. Shadows and light. Shadows. Oh, who doesn't love a puddle? You love a puddle. Who doesn't love a puddle? Beautiful, Julian. A lot of graffiti today. Oh, those are cool. What the hell? Are those cufflinks? Multiple colored cufflinks. I love that. You are getting very sleepy. Beautiful. Thank you. Look at this colorful collection from our own Julian. Look at this. Thank you so much for sharing your artistic beauty. I love this particular one. My favorite today is her, the Madonna, the Rainbow Madonna on the wall. And like somebody, look at that. That's beautiful. Gorgeous, Julian. Thank you so very much. You are amazing. And where was I? Then I got panel power. Mojito time. Great. Good for you. And hope you're enjoying that. Newman wants to know which costume national. I'll go in the box before we end it up, and I will let you know. And then you let me know. Oh, oh, oh. That's for you, Drew. Look at that. Mojitos are good. They're dangerous, though. Dangerous. You get hammered on. Look at that with that beautiful Aquaterra. Great shot. Love the greens and the reds. Very cool. And there's the man in the hat. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Paddle power. Yeah. Got, oh, yeah, I have to share this with you. Where is that? Where is it? Okay, here's Panel Power with his fragrance shops. Very cool. This is in Italy, looks it. Wow, that's cool. Campo Marzio. Cool. Oh, it's a restaurant there, huh? Nice. No food for me. It's just gonna be egg whites. This is cool. What's going on here? What are we looking at here? Amazing. Oh, that's your fragrance. Ooh, that's the bottle? That's crazy town. Wow, amazing. That's the Zeroff Nero 70. Beautiful. Thanks, pal. Yeah, I don't know that brand at all. At all. I don't know it. But now I will. Now I'll check it out. Thank you, kind sir. We got next. Oh, you want to? He's sharing a sad story with us. So I'll just tell you what it is. Julian's daughter, who also loves animals, she had a seagull that she took care of. He would come to her house every day, named Nimby. And a week ago, he arrived, but he did not seem to be walking correctly. So she took him to the vet, and they X-rayed him. Said he had broken ribs and was most likely hit by a car. And there was nothing they could do. But she loved him, and here's a picture of Nimby. I think you guys might all enjoy it. Is that it? Hold on. Why won't that go? Hold on. Window. Chrome. Is that in Chrome? It's in Mail. 1 second. Let me figure out why this is not showing up here on my screen. There it is. That. Here's Nimby. Oh. That's her buddy. I'm so sorry. Tell Charlotte I'm so sad for her. I have my special birds outside, and I had my cardinals. I called them George and Martha. And when they didn't show up, I was very sad. Oh, look, he's eating out of her hand. He's beautiful. Oh, thank you for sharing that. I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry. It makes us all sad because we love them so much. Panel Power watches of podcasts. Joe's latest interviews with chess grandmaster Magnus Carlsen. Let's take a look at that. Joe Rogan. I'm not watching him anymore. I never really liked him anyway. He's got a lot of people on the show. I think he is a big meathead at this point. I know he loves watches and stuff, but I don't care. Lots of people do. Is he wearing Patek? Huh? Wow. Yeah, he's got something fancy going on there, buddy. Yeah, well, he's got more money than God now that his podcast sold for like, what did it sell for? Like a couple $100 million, something crazy like that. Another guest is wearing a gold. Looks like he's wearing a platinum Patek. Yeah, Magnus disappointingly is wearing a dumb watch. Yeah, well, that's what they do. A lot of people do. Another wild working day. Haha, from Mr. McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Mr. McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Oh, that's gorgeous up on there, up in the locks. Incredible. Oh, man, that's good. The last sip of coffee. Even if it's cold, I like it. What a beautiful shot, man. Gorgeous. Thank you, kind sir. Amazing. Amazing. Joe LaFaro says, my happy place in sunny Florida, where he likes to winter. He's a New York metropolitan guy. Beautiful sea, beautiful sun. I was only there in the 80s when I was a kid, and I don't remember it. I do. I remember we stayed at the Eden Rock. I've told you that story 1,000 times. But it's much more spiffy and sprucey now. Beautiful, gorgeous. Enjoy that. Look at that sea. Incredible. It's hard to believe that's the Atlantic Ocean. Incredible. Incredible. Or are you on the Gulf of America? Martin Brown, you've got a lovely kitty. Hey, Martin Brown showing off his fragrance collection. How cool is this on Fragrance Thursday? Look at that. It's got Noxos, Intense Oud. Look, he's always got a lot. He's an oud guy. Look at this. Ooh-wee. Oh, boy. Look at you. Wow. And Hugo Boss. Or the Roja. Amazing. Yeah, that Spice Bomb. It's a bit loud for me, but, I understand why people like it. I love the Noxos. It's incredible. Look at this. Look at this oud action. Holy macaroni, boy. Like that's, listen, they know how to do oud. They've been doing it forever and ever and ever. They know how to do oud. What a great collection, man. Hey, Bronson. On top of a box. Shocking. A cat on a box. Amazing. Look at that great shot. Thank you. Thank you so much. The perfumes are great, and Bronson is better. That's all I have to say. Melly G, Eminem madness, smoking Mindy madness. Madness, smoking Mindy madness. Look at who's stretching out on his comfy thing. It's Mork. Hi, Mork. There's nothing cuter than when a kitty wakes up and does the stretchy stretch. And they're like, I'm so comfortable and my life is so easy. And I'm so pampered. And it's all because it's all, and think about it this way. It's all because they're so cute. It's like getting away with murder because you're a pretty girl. I just want to take care of you and pamper you. And then the ladies on alert. Don't hate her because she's beautiful. So great. And then you get to know them and then your heart breaks. It really does. She's just so perfect and she knows it. You silly lady. Drew B says, Mart, he's got ood. Oh, look at you, beautiful lady. Lady of the morning, sunshine in your eyes. It's always fun to sing like Dennis DeYoung. Tonight's the night we'll make history. Look at you, you beautiful lady. You guys are too much. Smoking Mindy madness. Smoking Mindy madness. Thank you, honey pie. And Cave for the day. Always the best. This is a great one. It's a great one. Look at our girl. Look at her lounging about and her carpet. Looking so pretty. Our beloved Kay. She's a superstar now. You probably should start your own Instagram for her. You probably should. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Look at this. You beautiful lady. Our superstar. Look how green her eyes are. Man, they're beautiful. She's such a pretty lady. She's so pretty. Here's to you. Cheers to you, our dear Kay. We love you very much. And that, my friends, is the Gallery of Bastards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Well, I went on so long with the fragrances. It's like, listen, I know I read almost every chat, and it's crazy town that I do that, but I it's your show. I just host it. AP, I have a lot of resentment of how disposable this country treats artifacts of its own history. The good, the bad, too casually get bulldozed or tossed out. Listen, we just haven't learned that yet. It's the other countries have a head start. It's just the flagship of America, the SS United States, was the ingenuity of William Francis Gibbs and the United States Navy. And it was such an incredible American achievement. We should be so incredibly proud of her and want to preserve and restore her. And for the life of me, I can't understand why. It's such a patriotic thing to want to get into and be proud of the history of your country and the ingenuity and the hardworking people. She was built at Newport News, which is our, just like Clydebank or any of the incredible shipbuilders of Europe. And it's the fastest ship. She still, to this day, still has the blue ribbon, but she was towed out yesterday. Very sad. Ray0464 says it's 4711. Okay, I guess if you like smelling like 14-year-old girl's bedroom filled with Fruit Loops. No. You go smell it again. It doesn't smell like that. It smells exactly like this. Hold on, where is it? It doesn't. It smells exactly like this. They're the same thing. This is the total ripoff of this. 4711 is gorgeous, man. Where are you coming off? Go smell it. It's amazing. Does it smell like gin? Sure, a little bit. It's got bergamot in it. It's got juniper in it. Sure does. It's great. You're Crazy. Quercus is the scent of summer. Love Quercus. And I always reach for the terrible Teddy in winter. There you go. I wanted to go for 80s nostalgia, and I tested Dior Fahrenheit. It smelled like air freshener. I know. It does. It does. I know. You remember how good... Look, I want to go buy a bottle of Z14. That's how crazy I am. Dirk, you should have Kojak in the stream. He has knowledge on fragrances as well as cocktails. I know that. He has 65 bottles of fragrances. See, listen, I'm not that. Listen, I know that that's a thing. I just believe it's overkill. I'm not a collector. What's the point if you're never going to wear them? And if you're going to wear all those fragrances all the time, then you don't have a signature scent. Then you smell like something different every day. I don't get that at all. I think you should buy what you wear, and you should not buy other stuff. If you're opening up a shop, okay, sure. That's one thing. I love his cocktailing. But like the guys who have like 800 bottles of perfume behind them, unless you're in the business of perfume and you have a channel about perfume and all that stuff. But like, what's the point of that? I never understood that. Native Prince says, hey, cheers from Norway. Cheers to you, Native Prince. Great to see you. Maybe the UK stock different stuff. They do. They totally stock different stuff. They do. Let's see. Hublot big bonds. That's definitely gonna freaking happen. CK Obsession was $20 and the perfect combination of 90s nostalgia, great memories, perfect smell for daily use during a mild winter. I always felt like CK Obsession smelled like an airplane bathroom. I don't hate it, but it's, it smells fresh and clean. It's going to be Tag and Tommy Hilfiger when it comes to Bond. I hope not. Bond in Adidas, right? I know Americans mostly say Adidas, but I learned my lesson the hard way. I watched a documentary. If I see James Bond in Yeezys, well, maybe they'll cast Kanye West as Bond. Yeah, watch. Aston Martin, it's going to be a Corvette. They're gonna ruin the whole British thing. Don't do that. Parfum de Marley Percival, and I also wear cream. I love the Irish tweed. I do. I love it. I love it. But I don't get the big black one, the Aventus. I don't get it. It's not great. It's not great. And it's so expensive. What is that? $800, $600? Nuts. I can hardly wait for the next Bond movie with an American actor speaking in a British accent wearing Gucci and LV. Oh, God. Don't do that. Steve says boo from Scotland. Yeah, exactly. Trans Bond. Yeah, that's, no more Octopussy type names, please, for the love of God. I know, because we're afraid we're going to offend people. Listen, they've used most of the Bond stuff already, the Ian Fleming stuff. I don't have a problem if they do, if they go back to the novels and, Quantum of Solace was, there's a whole bit, and I love Quantum of Solace. People don't love that movie. I love it. It blows Skyfall away. I hate Skyfall. But yeah, they just, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to be a mess. Amazon set a bad precedent with the Lord of the Rings franchise not looking good. Did they have something to do with Lord of the Rings? I didn't know that. Went to the theater last night, saw Becoming Led Zeppelin. Good times. Dun-it. Dun-it. I can't play that because I'm not John Bonham. Dun-it. It's the craziest beat ever. Imagine that's how you start off your record, Good Times, Bad Time. First album, first song, Good Times, Bad Time. Amazing. Incredible. Oud is a funny word. It is. There's an American lady producing Brunello in the 90-point range. Savannah Sampson was her performer name. Oh, I did not know that. Jocelyn, we catching the show just as you're comparing M7s. Yay. Yeah, hey. Viva la difference, because you know what? Meh. Settle for. I love Mousse Cartier Parfum since the 80s. The bottle used to come with a leather pouch. Does it not anymore? Oh, I wish it did, because it used to. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, wow. Lucientes. There was a drugstore on the east side. I forgot the name, but they have a famous musk oil, and they had to make a fake one, which was also nice, but not as rich. The original was something. A drugstore on the east side. Bigelow's? Was it Bigelow's? I think that's still there. Interesting. What would you recommend if I just want bergamot? Well, very rarely do you get a pure bergamot. Joe. Have you tried Vetiver by Guerlain? Go to what's down there in your happy place, Neiman Marcus, or what's the big ass store down there? If you want something that let me go see. Gotta get it right now. There's so many things you could do. Gentleman by Givenchy. Oh, that's a lot. Bergamot. Wow. Whew. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? Let me pull this up for you, Jojo. Jojo was a man in search of bergamot. Let's all try to help him out. Let's see. I know a bunch of these. Here's Dior Homme Sport. Joe Malone, Hemlock and Bergamot. Tom Ford Black Orchid. No. Let's see what they got. Laboratorio Olfativo. I've never smelled that, and it's $120. That's not bad. That's what I'm looking for. Go buy this today. It's great, Joe. Go get the Acqua di Parma Blu Mediterraneo Bergamatto di Calabria. This is the one you want. It's so good. It is so good. It's $142 on Amazon, and that's a big-ass bottle. It is lovely. It is so summery, fresh, and delicious. It's in line with all of these guys, but bigger and bolder, and you'll love it. Joe, go get that. Go check it out. Bergamot. It's great. Dave Fitzsimon says, "Hey, Jocelyn, perfect timing." And Newman says, "You really hit that bottle of that." And I did. So I want to check out that the Zerzhov 40 knots. I don't know anything about it. Russell C says, "Vetiver Guerlain, a great day for me." Yeah, it's the best vetiver in the world, for sure. Vincent's missing here. Welcome back to the show. Love Parfum de Marly Sedley for the spring and summertime. It's a citrusy, fresh, light floral middle with sandalwood and cedar undertones. Very nice, yeah. And Newman 79 says, "Oud for greatness is the OG from Initio." I didn't know that, but I really like the Oud for happiness. Very, very good. Very, very good. Kevin Wadsworth says, "You can't go wrong with Tom Ford, my favorite. Ombre Mist, great show." Thanks, Kevin, so much, and welcome to the show. Listen, as you all know, two of my favorite fragrances of all time is obviously this is the Tom Ford fragrance. We all know this. He also made give me 1 second. I have to go I have the box. I don't have the bottle. I'm back. Okay, so this was the Tom Ford fragrance. This is also Alberto Moraes and Jacques Cavalier. This was incredible. This was the one that I used to get this in like the 1990s, late 90s, early 2000s, and then when he left Tom Ford left Gucci, this was a fabulous. Now this was a very small travel spray. I don't have the bottle. I was in Croatia and I finished it and I actually threw the bottle out a long time ago. This stuff was incredible. This was great shit. I loved this. I loved it. Now I loved all this Tom Ford stuff. And then when he opened up his new thing, the only one I bought two things from him: tobacco. I bought Oud. Just, I guess, Oud Extreme, I think it was. And I bought the Neroli Portofino. His fragrances all dry to powder on me. I don't know why they do that, but they just do. I don't know. He's not using it. Alberto and Jacques are my favorite guys. I love them. I don't know. Suspiro has some great frags. Basso, Vibrator. Yeah, well, we had the Basso, and I really like it, man. I really, really like it. I like it a lot. You're going to love the Leighton. I did. I really loved it, man. 20th Century Boy says, "I'm late to the James Bond fragrance party. Evening, all bashers. My name is Tomcat. What's up, Tomcat? Great to see you. Old Spice. I love Old Spice. And you know what? I have it in my bathroom. And every once in a while, I love it. I like Aramis. Brut and Dracar Noir, I don't love, but I do love Old Spice. Smells like my dad, and I like it. Drew B says, "Have you ever tried anything from the band Replica?" I have not, Drew B. I have not tried that. I'd love to know. Shame there was not a Smelly Vision. I know, right? Fun. Melly C says, YSL Champagne, Samsara, Gucci Rush. I loved Gucci Rush. I loved it. I loved Gucci Envy. I loved all the Tom Ford shit when he was there. Did you know that they made a Gucci Rush for men in a white metal bottle can? And it was super peppery. I liked it. And Shalama. You mean Shalimar or Shalama? My friend wears Shalimar, and I love that. I love all the Guerlain stuff. Oh, which costume national? Can you give me a second? If you're still here, Newman? If you hung out with me all this time? Give me a second. Oh man, there's so many here. Is this it? Costume national. It's called Soul. It's called Soul. You still around? Let me see. Soul by Costume National. Oh, it's not coming out. Oh, bad tester. Hold on. Ooh, oof. Oh, I got a little bit out. Interesting. I'm getting vanilla. I'm getting some amber here. Let me go look it up. Says it's for men and for women. Let's pull it up. I'm getting a lot of amber and vanilla in this. Let's see what it says. It's called Soul by Costume National. Warm, spicy oud, amber, vanilla, animalic, leather, aroma, patchouli, fresh, spicy. This is it's got a very sweet vanilla top, which is instantly takes me out of the game, but I don't mind it. On somebody else, it would probably dry down and be really, really fantastic. Really nice. Yeah, it's pretty. Once again, there's like pepper in here. I smell a lot of oud. I smell leather, ambergris, of course. But there's the vanilla thing on the top. So I don't know about the vanilla thing. I need more coffee. I need to get that out of my brain. Yeah. It was interesting though. Nader Pritt says using the Aqua de Parma Colonia Club every day. It's gorgeous. I love Aqua. I love it. What do you do with all the egg yolks? I don't. I buy the quarts of the egg whites, like in a milk carton. Seagulls are the symbol of Brighton and have Albion Football Club. Aw. Seagulls are magnificent creatures, stronger than us. They sure are. Drew B. He's got oud. Hilarious. What we all acted like cats. Life would be so relaxing. Get fed, sleep, and lounge all day. Andy M says, lovely K. Beautiful K. Mork and Mindy. Brandon says, greetings, Dirk. Warning, all perfumes should be kept in their dark boxes. UV light destroys their essence. Yeah, that's why most of them come in really dark bottles now. I do put them in their boxes. I keep them in their boxes. Drew B says, I have both Neroli and 4711 smells almost identical. Neroli lasts, yeah, it does. Forever and ever and ever. 47 goes in with minutes, yeah. That's why I buy the Splash, Drew. The spray is just, it's gone in a second. So like, for example, my 4711, see, it's this shit. And it does go pretty damn quick, but they smell the same. They're the same thing. This is crazy. It lasts forever and ever and ever. It's that on steroids. It's that on steroids. I love the Killian Paris Angel Share. Oh, I've never smelled that. It smells heavenly, and I like liquors a bit. Amazon's going to ruin Bond like Disney did with Star Wars, for sure. Drew B says, Jew, are you from West Palm Beach? I went to a standalone Guerlain store. Did you? Ooh. I'd like to get lost in a Guerlain store. So much fun. And frequency Malfi. That almost is a dirty phrase for everybody who speaks Italian out there. Okay, you got the joke. I have a couple of Tom Fords that dry to powder on me. Terrible. Noir and Black Orchid, terrible. Good lesson to never blind buy. Tom Ford, fucking fabulous, and Oudwood don't do that and are fantastic on me. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I did when fucking fabulous came out and everybody went crazy for it. I said, let me check it out. And it's like, it was powder 2 seconds later on me. They all do it to me. It's really, really, really weird, Drew. I don't know what it is. And I'm a big Tom Ford fan. It just happens. Jocelyn Bittenbender. So there she goes. Yeah, it was good. It's a little too sugary for me. Andy M has Gucci Rush for men. Very peppery. Ooh, I love it. Where do you still have that? You still have that in the white spray bottle? Ooh, take a picture of it and send it. Oh, man, I loved that. I loved it. Shalimar. I love Shalimar. Shalimar is an all-time classic. DG says he's in the market for a new cologne. Is Aramis still around? It is. You can buy Aramis. You can. It's definitely there. Yeah. Yeah, we did the Gallery of Bastards. What are you talking about? I'm almost 2 hours into the show. A long show, but a great show. And on that note, guys, thank you all so very much. Thanks to the super chatters, $20 from Andrew, Buddy Ale, and Sharon. Thank you so much. Thanks for everybody joining us on this Fragrance Thursday, where we went through some stuff. I got my incredible box from the incomparable Jocelyn Bittenbender. Thank you so much, honey. And there's so much more exploring left to be done with that. Thank you. Not only did you give me so much joy and happiness, my beautiful bottle of M7 and all these things that I will be exploring for weeks and weeks and weeks and discovering new. This is just, it's my cherry cola, my favorite fragrance of all time. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Thank you to Michaela and her beautiful husband, Eric. I'm going to open up that box and I'm going to pray to God it's close enough fit. You guys are the greatest thing in the whole wide world. Thank you. You make my life. You make my dreams come true. Do, 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 do. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter somebody who's not so nice, give them the benefit of the doubt. Because you never know if it's a person in crisis or if it's a person who's just a cunt.